Welcome to Pittsburgh. Reds 2, Pirates 1, top of the 8th. New pitcher for Pittsburgh, it's David Bednar. And his first batter that he'll face is the leadoff man in Cincinnati's order, TJ Friedl.
Bednar has had
The
a
Reds
rough
lead 2-1.
beginning to his 2025 season.
Friedl ground ball
Really
foul.
had a rough
Quickly
finish
nothing and 2 on
to
him.
last year. Offense closer's job. He sat down to AAA for a while here this year.
All-Star 22 and 23.
Here's a payoff pitch
First of April that he got
from Bednar.
promoted.
And it drops below the zone, ball 1.
But he came back exactly a month ago, 19th of April. And since coming back, 11 and 2/3, 18 strikeouts, 1 walk, ERA in below 2s in mostly lower leverage situations.
1-2. Splitter in the dirt.
TJ
2 balls,
Friedl
2
has
strikes.
doubled on a 1-for-3 night. He lined to right his last time.
And the 2-2 offering.
Sure like to have a little bit of insurance going into the final 2 frames.
Foul ball.
And by that, I mean I'd like to see another run or 2 or 10.
Scott Barlow now warms in the Reds pen. Top of the order here for the Reds.
Another 2-2 pitch incoming. Friedl ground ball, it's in fair territory. Brian Hayes comes over, fire to first, and Friedl's speed beats it out. Infield single for TJ Friedl to lead things off in the 8th.
Roller down the third base line. It's a tough play for a third baseman, especially when you're playing to the pull side of Friedl. You're up in that shortstop hole and you're having to come back towards the bag and then throw back across the diamond.
Here's Santiago Espinal, who is hitless tonight. Fastball downstairs, ball 1.
Who's 0 for 3. He has 9 career sacrifices, 4 of which came last year's first season as a Red. Hayes back it up at third.
1-0. Santiago shoots this one foul.
Well, you can really see Espinal when he's got a runner at first base and they're playing the second baseman up the middle at double play depth. He is steadily trying to shoot that ball through the right side of the infield. There is a huge hole.
Friedl at first, going out. 1-1 on Espinal. Check over at first. Friedl is back in time.
Now, Friedl has 8 steals, caught twice. Joey Bart has one of the worst pop times in the league. He's a 203. He's only caught 4 men this year. He's had a 15% rate.
Bednar is slow to the plate.
1-1. And Espinal tried to lay down a bunt, and he popped it foul.
A great awareness for situational hitting for Santiago Espinal. He knows the game, whether he's on defense or whether he's out.
1-2 pitch. And got him looking. Curveball at the knees. And Espinal goes down looking. 1 out. An absolutely filthy pitch from David Bednar. Bless him. And now here's Ellie to the plate.
Has walked and
He's
scored.
also
He struck out
hitless tonight, but he
5
got a walk in the first inning and scored a run. Curveball at the knees, strike 1.
When Bednar is really rolling, the speed difference between his heater and the curveball, a big part of his success.
Inning-ending double play ball in effect. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's up high. And the count is tied at 1.
78 curveball with 97
Yeah,
up.
he runs that fastball at the top of the zone, and he throws the curveball right off that same tunnel. So you get a high riding heater, and then a breaking ball that comes in that same tunnel and drops straight down.
Check over at first. Friedel's back in time.
And just when you think you're getting a fastball at the bottom of the zone, it turns out that's a split finger, and it's going to drop right on top of home plate. That's when he's going good.
Ellie hits this one high into left field. Backing up is Pham, and it's off the wall.
It's off the wall. Wave is on.
Friedel around third. He will score. Ellie's digging the third, and he'll get there.
Backside claims third. There's the add-on run. A double, and he claims 3 on the throw. It is 3-1 Reds.
Well, what a great piece of hitting by Ellie De La Cruz. And this is the special talent of De La Cruz. The ball just absolutely jumps off of his bat. That's what I'm talking about when he's trying to take the fastball the other way.
RBI from Ellie and the Reds now lead 3-1.
Over the head of Pham before Pham can even turn around.
Infield comes in now for Austin Hayes.
1 out, top of the 8th.
Just 1 out.
Reds now
Hayes,
leading 3-1.
double.
Here's Austin Hayes, who's got a multi-hit
Base
game
hit was
going, 2
handled
for
by
3.
spinning Kiner Falefa and a strikeout.
And he watches a curveball drop below the
The
zone.
Reds' first run
Curveball
came.
1.
De La Cruz 2-out walk. Hayes double scored it from first base. The second run came 2-out hit for Hayes. Took second on an errant throw. Scored on a ribby double for Lux. Unearned run.
Check swing. He
No,
went.
apparently.
Strike 1.
Notice in that base running situation for De La Cruz, he wasn't caught
A
being
sword
agitated.
for Austin
He was highly
Hayes.
aggressive, knew where the play was going to be. It was going to be at the plate, and he just kept right on flying, right on around to third base.
1-1 pitch. Outside. Fastball, ball 2.
If the pitch were to get away, few are as focused or as fast.
Well, he is looking for the next 90 feet.
2-1. Hayes rips it up the middle. That's through. Base hit. Ellie scores. 4-1 Reds on RBI single from Austin Hayes.
He's heating up. It is 4-1 Reds.
Well, watch this piece of hitting by Austin Hayes. It is a breaking ball. Normally, this is the pitch that ties you up because it starts in off the plate. Check it out. Stayed right on it. Head down, eyes right on the ball. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just shoots it right back up the box.
He's got 3 hits and 2 ribbies on the game.
And now
Kevin Lux just
1
called
out
time
in the top of the 8th.
getting into the box.
Inning-ending double play ball now
Lux
back in
hits 2
effect for
doubles
the
in
Pirates.
RBI tonight. By the way,
Gavin
congrats
Lux
to
has
Reds
also
player
got a multi-hit game going. He's 2 for 3
home
with
twice
2 doubles and an
for
RBI.
Daytona against Florida State League. He's fast.
And he
Leads
takes
the
a
Florida State
fastball
League
down
with 20
at the
steals.
bottom of the zone for strike
Stole
1.
home twice in 1 game.
Hasn't even got warm yet.
Hayes at first. After the RBI single.
And
And that one gets away from Joey Barton. Hayes goes to second. He might try to take the third. He doesn't. He'll stop at second. And it is all going wrong for the Pirates. Which is something that could be said a lot during this 2025 season.
Bednar was making some quality pitches there, the first 2 batters of this inning. But as soon as De La Cruz hit that 97-mile-an-hour fastball over the head of Pham, and a guy taking a good pass at the ball, not trying to spin and hit it 500 feet, just making a good swing.
Curveball
It's put
that
Bednar in a
hanged,
bit of
but Lux took it for strike 2.
because he's trying to do too much now. Missing up and away, trying to overthrow the fastball, and missing into the dirt, trying to overthrow the split.
Payoff pitch. Lux rips it foul.
It's already 3 wild pitches for Bednar. He's got 10 on his career. And I believe that is already a career high in any one season. And he's only been up for about a month.
1-2. Foul ball.
And the same year, 23, Alexis Diaz was excellent for the Reds. They were 2 of the best in baseball closing games and have endured similar difficulties this season. In fact, Diaz and Louisville were just facing Indianapolis, the Pirates' top farm club.
1-2 again. Another foul ball from Lux. He stays alive. David Bednar has already thrown 23 pitches this inning. He's given up 2 runs.
He's seemingly ready to come in. Here's a chance to add on again.
And Scott Barlow is warming up in the bullpen for the Reds. And that's an inside fastball. The count is tied at 2. Hayes at second. Reds up by 3. 1 out. Another 2-2 offering for Bednar. And Lux swings and misses in a high fastball. Strike 3. 2 outs. And now Spencer Steer to the plate for the Reds.
He's 1 for 3. He tried to ambush a first pitch in his last at bat and sent it to the track down the left field line.
Two outs in the 8th. A runner in scoring position, which is Austin Hayes at second. And we're going to get a mound visit.
Most pitches that Bednar has thrown in an inning all year. They had Colin Holderman up. And we'll see a Skyline Chili call the bullpen.
And David Bednar's night is done as Don Kelly comes out. And boos coming down from the fans at David Bednar. We'll be right back from PNC Park. Reds extending the lead.
4-1.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh. The Reds lead 4-1. New pitcher for the Pirates, it's Colin Holderman.
Pirates go deeper in their pen. Couple in, man at second. Colin Holderman.
And already we're getting pitch count issues for Holderman. And here come the Bluebirds.
Let's listen in to a brief word from Rally House.
Play ball, Cincy. Shop the latest in red style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
Steers 1 for 3. Holderman's had a tough year. He's on pace for a career high in ERA. A lot of walks, some hit batters.
Hayes at second, 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to Spencer Steer. And it's a sinker down and away for ball 1.
Well, he's got good stuff, just not executing.
Hard hit ball, foul.
And I would say the same is true for Bednar. He's throwing 97, 98. The breaking ball was good. The split finger looked nice.
Ground ball. Icamp's got it. Fire to first, and it's close. They got him.
And up from Terry Francona. Reds consider a challenge.
And Terry Francona will maybe challenge this.
They will not.
They will. All right. Pirates get out of the inning. The Reds tag 2 on Bentner to extend their lead to 3, 4-1, heading to the bottom of the 8th. Scott Barlow, the new Reds pitcher, here for the bottom of the 8th. He'll face the leadoff man, Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he immediately pumps in a strike at the inside corner of the zone.
Hayes is 0 for 3, has struck out twice, in addition to that pretty play by Steer on the ground ball.
That's a sweeper that's right down the heart of the plate for strike 2. Ke'Bryan Hayes, ground ball. Espinal's got it, fired to first.
That swing says a lot
1 out.
about how Hayes saw or did not see the breaking ball from Baltimore.
Just kind of smothered it there at home plate. Ball started in the front hip.
Now up to the plate for the Pirates.
Break to it.
A franchise icon. Andrew McCutchen to the plate.
Now, those 2 runs in the top of this inning. Yeah, it gave
Slider
the
below the
Reds
zone to
clear,
start
but
things
they-
off on Kutch,
the
ball
mentality
1.
of the new pitcher coming in is you don't have to
Kutch
worry
is
about
hitless
trying
tonight.
to be so perfect with a 1-run lead.
Strikeout,
Giving
line
up
out,
on
ground
the
out.
ball if you
And he'll see the
make
0-1
that
pitch here. And,
Now,
oh, that's a
just be
really good
aggressive within the
sweeper
strike zone.
by Barlow.
If they hit it out of the ballpark,
Sweeper
it's
inside
4-2.
corner, strike 1. Absolutely
Brandon
nasty.
Kraft has begun
You're not
to work.
touching that. Sweeper
You've gone from the extreme.
at the other corner of the
High school
zone.
graduation in the steamy heat.
What's that
Summer
called?
like scene.
It was called a ball.
Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Now,
That
a little cold
definitely did not look like a ball, but it was called a ball nonetheless. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
When you hit Mississippi,
Fastball a little outside the zone,
middle of May,
and Kutch couldn't lay off.
you're hunting for a swimming pool.
Payoff pitch, count full.
You start sweating just looking outside.
Pirates could use a base runner here. Full count delivery from Barlow, and a high fly ball from McCutchen. It's out of play.
Well, the Reds have been hot, trying to make it 5 straight wins.
This cough needs to die that I have. This cough needs to die.
It
shall go away.
Comes on the horizon. A brief series at home this weekend, then at Wrigley the next weekend.
Another full count delivery
Pro Armstrong
to Kutch.
on the tear.
And he hits a foul ball again.
But I think the Reds
See
showed
another.
there in the 8th inning, the top of this inning, why they're on this streak. Because the way that they're taking their at-bats, and it's not trying to get it all back from one swing. You're just trying to get the next man to the plate and get him up there while you're standing on the base paths.
8th pitch this at bat incoming, and it's another foul ball. This is a great at bat for what could be a future Hall of Famer.
McCutchen ready for the
In
ninth
Kutch.
pitch of the AB.
Another full count pitch. Got him.
This. What a nasty.
Slider at the knees, and
That's a late break.
Kutch swings and misses. That's 2 outs.
In this day and age, McCutchen is more of a breaking ball hitter than he is a fastball hitter. As you can see that ball, she just got to the plate and took a left turn.
And now Brian Reynolds, the lefty, to the plate.
Switch hitting Reynolds. Takes
Fastball up high for ball 1.
Infield hit, a walk and a run score. He's 1 for 2.
2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Pirates down by
Second
3.
Quarter to third on Tuesday. Early
A base
return
runner
to
would be
good.
really nice for Pittsburgh.
Basically not hitting at all.
Brian Reynolds not having a really good season. And ground ball
And the truth is,
Foul
he's a
first base
former
side.
King
Count
hitter.
tied at 1.
Hit 275 last year. He's a better than 270 career hitter. And he's going through one of the worst droughts of his time in the show.
But let's be honest. He's got no protection in the lineup.
No.
I mean, he's the Lone Ranger in this Pirate lineup.
Curveball in the other
And
batter's
I'd also
box.
say in that
2
guy,
balls, 1
most of
strike.
his career. That's something that Pat Murphy pointed out about his Brewers, who've been going through it. Said, let's call a spade a spade. What the Brewers had.
Whoa! Inside sinker nearly got Reynolds. Went all the way to the backstop. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike
Reynolds is
on Reynolds, and
a very productive hitter, and he stood out all the more when
Pirates
he
might
was
get that
usual
base
center
runner I've
field.
been talking about.
Most of his time on his career was center and left. This year he's mostly been in right field.
Let's see if they can get one here. Maybe they can spark a rally.
Where you probably like more power general.
Here's the 3-1 offering. Reynolds, hot shot, and it's just foul.
Reynolds has always been a very patient hitter.
And the count
Short
is
quick
full.
baseball. Doesn't swing
They'll call time here.
very many pitches, if that, off the plate. He can hook one down the right field line on one swing and then drive the ball into the left center field gap on the next. Very balanced at the plate.
Reynolds, hot shot again, down the first base line, it's fair. Steer flipped to Barlow, and they get Reynolds out at first. And that'll end the inning. We head to the 9th inning in PNC Park. The Reds up 4-1. And maybe look to add some more insurance runs. We'll be right back. 9th inning.
Benson's last shot to extend his
Will Benson to the plate for the Reds.
the 10th red going back to
He's been red hot recently.
5 or more consecutive games. Joey Votto
Hasn't
set
got a hit tonight, trying to extend
fell one off
that hit
the
streak.
Major league record.
Colin Holderman stays in the game for the Pirates. And he'll get the Reds bottom of the order. Benson hits one down the third baseline, and that's a base hit. And he's going for 2. Pham fires, and he's safe. Hustle double from Will Benson to start things off in the 9th.
That's a 7-game hitting streak for Benson.
7 games in a row that Benson's got a hit.
What they give you.
The streak continues. He reached out to get that one. They got
Third baseman
right by
Hayes
Hayes, who was
way off
leaving
the line, and
a pretty
Benson
big gap
shoots
over
it
there
right down that line.
at third. And then he took advantage and got the second.
Now he's in scoring
Here's Tyler
position
Stevenson
Tyler
for the plate.
Stevenson.
He's hitless.
First
And
base.
he taps that one foul to start things off.
Stevenson 0 for 3. He's bounced into a double play, flying to right, struck out.
Sinker that looked like it caught the corner of the zone. We'll call the
Once upon a
ball.
time, Colin Holderman was
Count tied
nearly
at
a
1.
Mississippi State Bulldog. Was the JUCO D2 Player of the Year, was set to transfer into your alma mater, and decided to sign with the Mets as a 9th-round pick instead. That gets away.
And that one gets away from Joey Barton. Benson's on his way to third. He'll stop
He's
there.
got third with nobody out.
Two balls, 1 strike on Stevenson.
So the infield
And
comes
if
in.
he can just sky one into the middle part of the outfield, Benson's easily going to score. He's fast
Prototypical
enough.
Stevenson can easily lift this ball over the infield, get him in.
2-1 pitch. Upstairs. Ball 3.
Pass ball on Bart.
Infield is now in for the Pirates. 3-1.
Check
And he
swing.
swung and missed.
Hold at the plate.
And we'll run this count full. We'll also call that a start. Stevenson, hot shot foul.
Wasn't off by much.
Better swing there. Really let
Stays
that ball
alive.
travel to the plate.
Seventh pitch to the at bat, and it's inside, ball 4. And Tyler Stevenson draws a walk, and the Reds have the runners at the corners with nobody out in the ninth.
So the first two
Now
Reds
the
were
9-hole hitter,
Matt McLean,
Matt McLean, to the plate.
who has struck out
And
twice.
he's
0 for
hitless
3.
tonight. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a
Pitched
ground
pretty tough
out.
tonight. There've been a lot of pitches right on the edges against McLean. Pirates got ahead with off speed. It was a breaking ball by Ferguson his last time.
First pitch, McLean hits a high fly ball to right field. Calling for it is Brian Reynolds, but it'll score Will Benson. It'll be a sac fly for Matt McLean, and the Reds go up 5-1. And now the leadoff man for the Reds will come up as the order flips over to the top. In TJ Friedel. This cough.
The leadoff man.
And they got a
Friedel
choir
is
concert
twice, couple
tomorrow.
hits, a double.
I have a really important
Check
part in
swing,
one of the
infield hit,
songs
he has
too.
scored a
That's,
run.
this is gonna suck. Anyway, enough about singing. Here's TJ Friedel. He's already down 0-1.
So Ashcraft is throwing again to the Reds pen.
Cutter below the zone, ball 1. Graham Ashcraft will get the bottom of the ninth for the Reds, it looks like. Unless they can add on maybe 3 to 4 more runs. And a sweeper that just caught the corner of the zone. Good pitch from Holderman. It's 1-2.
When you win ball games in succession the way that the Reds are doing right now, you will use your entire roster, and guys that are not normally in spots of critical value, they will be put in those
1-2.
spots. That's the only way you can.
And that one gets away from Joey Bart. And Stevenson moves to second.
But it's also a learning moment. You made a point earlier, John, about Lion
There goes the double play ball.
I mean, he's just kind of forced into that spot here the last few times out. But when you go out
Joey
there,
Bart
and
having a
put it in
hard time
critical spot
behind the dish
on
tonight.
line, and it's a 1 or 2 run lead, and you know you have to perform, and then you do perform. Man, what a confidence booster! It just makes you feel so much better about yourself, and then you become a productive member of the club.
Here's the 2-2. And
There's
ground ball
nothing
foul,
better
first
than
base
being
side.
a big league
We'll
player,
see another.
and you're thrust into a critical spot where you know you can help your team, and then you do your job, and then you realize, you know what? I belong up here. I can do this. And then you take off.
Here's the 2-2. Hard hit ball into right field, base hit for TJ Friedel. Tyler Stevenson digging around third. He will score. An RBI single for TJ Friedel, and the Reds go up 6-1.
In the late innings.
And it has been up and down the lineup. It's not scoring 6 runs via 1 or 2
Santiago
swings
Espinal to
of
the
bat
plate.
long ball.
And he
It
takes
has
a sinker.
been just
They're dropped just below the zone. Good eye from Santiago.
in every part of the
1-0.
ball. And that's what we saw against the Cleveland Guardians. That's what we're seeing here tonight, and that's what it takes for sustained success.
Sinker at the knees. Looked like it was in the zone.
And you beat good
Holderman
pitchers
doesn't get
not
the
by
call.
Just one swing.
2 balls,
of
no
the bat
strikes.
to hit a 3-run home run. Good pitchers don't. That doesn't usually happen to them. You hit
Espinal is
line
0 for
drives
4
in
tonight.
situational spots, and you beat them
Trying to
middle.
get his first hit in the game, and he'll take
And that's exactly
an
part
inside
of
sinker,
the
and maybe he'll draw a walk.
meeting they had Thursday, right before this win streak kicked off.
Oh,
It
wait.
was led by hitting coach Chris Valleca, but
Yeah, it's
allowed
3-0.
players to talk as well about the mindset and the basic idea. Be that situational hitter. Have faith in your team.
Ball 4. 4-pitch walk.
Draw.
Drawn by Espinal. And Alfredo at second, Espinal at first, and Ellie heads to the plate, and a lot of boo birds coming out from the Pirates faithful here.
First couple of batters that Bednar faced. He made some great pitches.
Mound visit incoming from the
Pirates
Pirates.
continued to battle. They got the infield single after Espinal struck
Don
out.
Kelly's
the
not
four-line
coming out.
A great at bat by Ellie Davis.
So Holderman will stay in there.
Over the head of Pham. And it's kind of been Katie bar the door ever since.
And he'll face Ellie.
Because what happens on the mound.
And looks like Pittsburgh does have an arm warming up in the pen.
Pitches that you think are good pitches.
Or maybe not.
You start
Joey
trying
Wentz.
to do too much. You start to
What's
think to
throwing?
yourself as a pitcher, all right, I've got to make a better pitch. I've got to throw
Looks
it
like
harder.
he's
I've
going
got
to sit back
squeeze it
down.
more so the ball will dive. And you start getting out of the
6
strike
to
zone.
1,
You
one
get
out,
behind
runners
the
at
count,
first and second in the
and
ninth.
then game gets away
Here's the
from
first
you.
pitch to Ellie,
That's exactly
and it's an
what's
outside
happening
sweeper,
tonight.
ball 1.
Because Bednar had a meltdown after the Reds just kind of peppered him to death, and the same is holding true here for Colin Holderman.
Swing and a miss.
for David.
Chase the cutter. Count tied at 1.
Espinal got to first. He exchanged some great words, some pleasantries with Spencer Horwitz. Those two were teammates in Toronto.
Espinal at first. Frito at second. The 1-1 pitch. Ellie hot shot. Right field. Base hit again.
It was on for Friedel, so boom,
Frito will
scores
dig.
down at
He'll
third.
score.
Friedel scores a standing ribby double.
And
for
Espinal
David
stops
Cruz.
at third. And RBI double for
Six
Ellie.
unanswered runs for the Reds.
And the Reds go up 7 to 1.
Double trouble for the Pirates. The highest double total for the Reds
Thank you for
so
letting
far
me
this
know.
year.
Hold on, come back, please.
David Cruz has 2 of them. Infield comes in. Austin Hayes stands in. Cowboy, at this point, why play the infield?
Austin Hayes down to the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. Espinal third. Elliott second. He's 3 for 4 tonight. And he hits the first pitch. Chopped. Hayes has it. Fired at first. They'll get the out.
2 down.
Runners stay put at third and second. 2 outs. In the ninth.
The part that I love about what we're seeing from the Reds offense
And now the Reds
here
DH.
tonight is
Gavin
these balls
Lux
are hit on a line. We're not seeing
Steps up to the plate with
guys
2 outs in the
swinging
ninth.
and hitting the ball
And
high
runners
into
at
the
third and
air,
second.
trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Lux swings and
I'm here to
misses
tell
at an
you,
inside
fly
cutters
balls
for
are
strike
real
1.
easy to catch. Line drives and really hard ground balls, they're tough to get to.
Lux has doubled twice tonight. He's not going to run.
Lux fouls this one off. It's quickly 0-2 on him. And now Colin Holderman, after this nightmare inning, has a chance to finally get out of it. Oh, 2. Got him looking. Sweeper inside corner. And that'll do it in the top of the ninth. But the Reds tack on 3 more runs. And heading into the bottom of the ninth, lead 7-1. We'll be right back from Pittsburgh.
Moore.
Bottom of the ninth.
Jonas Club. Homecoming
Reds
for
lead
the Reds.
7-1 in
Skipper.
Pittsburgh.
Full recap on
And we'll get a new pitcher for Cincinnati as they're 3 outs away
But with the added
from
runs,
getting this Monday night win
save
in
Grant
PNC
Ashcraft
Park.
and
It's
ultimately
Brett Suter.
to get the win.
who will come in
Suter,
to try and
he's done it
close
all.
things out.
He's pitched in the first, he's pitched in the ninth, pitched in the middle. I don't know that that there's an inning that he hasn't pitched in so far this year. But what I do know is that his pitching has been excellent. 1.82 ERA. Oh yeah.
He's even been a studio host for a couple of segments.
There you go.
Working on Reds Live. I thought Charlie Goldsmith had a great quote from Suter that he put on Twitter earlier today. Joey Bart.
And Joey Bart will be the first player that Brett Suter will face.
He is 1 for 3. So
And
Suter
it's
had
a fastball
changeup that he threw
inside
Saturday
painted edge of the zone,
that
strike
clocked
one.
it at 67 miles an hour.
Bart hits one up the middle, right to McLean.
And Suter
One
shared
down.
with Charlie that
And we're hearing every negative chant from the Pirates fans tonight. The Boo Birds, the Sell the Team chants. All of it coming from a Pirates fan base that is disappointed with yet another what looks to be awful Pirates season incoming. Alexander Canario hits one right to McLean. He has to fire it over quickly to first, and they get him. 2 quick outs for Brett Suter on 3 pitches, and the Pirates are down to their final out.
But you notice with Brent Suter, just about every hitter that comes to the plate is seeing a first pitch strike. Now, they're not always in the same place. Boy, what a play by Matt McLean here. Ball had some funky spin on it because it was hit right off the handle.
Oh, one on
It's
Solak.
Solak, who's 0 for 3.
And that's 3 first pitch strikes to 3 batters. That's what you do.
Solak ground ball, right to Steer, flip to Suter. They got him. And that'll do it. Reds win 7-1. They tee off in the final 2 innings.
As they take the opener from the Pirates.
And they win 7-1, and they are now above 500. See y'all later. RBL. Peace.
Pitching by Nick Lodolo and the